we're going to look at the difference between inequality notation and interval notation. A few things I want to make sure we're remembering is that in inequality notation, I could have greater than and equal to, less than and equal to. Interval notation, if I'm going to use that piece, it's going to be brackets. If it's just greater than or less than, it's going to be parentheses. And we can use a combination of these two. So let me give you a few examples. Let's try a few. If I say in inequality notation, x is greater than or equal to 4. A lot of times I personally like to graph it. If here's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 I would graph with an open circle and it's going this direction. So if I'm going to write interval notation, I go from left to right. At 4 is a closed circle or equal to, and it goes on forever, and infinity is always an open parabola or parentheses. Let's look at a different one. If I said x is less than 3, again, I'm going to graph it. Here's 0, 1, 2, 3. When I graph at 3, I have an open circle because it doesn't include 3, but it comes super close. So 2.99999 is a solution. And since it's everything less than. So if I'm going to write it in interval notation, I'm going to say, well, the furthest to the left is negative infinity, and that will be a parentheses. The furthest to the right is 3, and it's open. Let's look at one more example. If I have, let's go negative 2 less than x less than or equal to 4. So now I have both types of inequalities. So let me graph that one. At negative 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So at negative 2 I have an open circle, and at 4 I have a closed circle, and it's everything in between. So if I'm going to write that in interval notation, at negative 2, because I go from left to right, is open, so it has a parentheses. At 4 is closed, therefore everything that's in this solution is from negative 2 to positive 4, including decimals.